evening, everyone. I'm Ryan Besson from the Pop Culturists, and tonight we are playing Destiny 2 on my PS4 Pro. How are we all this evening? Just had to do the old family rushing around. Hey, it's Gemma. Gemma, how you doing? Hopefully we can connect and sign in this time. Jess, how you doing? Now, what am I expecting out of this stream? I'm not expecting much. Well, I say that every stream, but anyone that gives a crap about Destiny is probably already playing Destiny, right? Why are they going to come watch me? That's my theory. I think that's why Knack works so well. But anyway, how are we all for this Monday day? Max, it's nice to see you're finally playing Destiny 2. Thanks, Max. This is probably the easiest way for me to do it. I'm exhausted, however, watching whilst I clean after a day of cleaning. Fuck Earth, we playing Destiny. I'm well. We had a good day. James went for another 3 hours, 3-hour session at daycare. Because he's doing that slow transition before, we throw him all in. So that's cool. What else? Cool. Yeah, not much else really. It's a pretty chill day. I played some PlayerUnknown Battleground. Played about 2-3 rounds of that. That was a ton of fun. That's a really good game. No, that was been pretty reasonably chill day. It's very difficult dropping James off at daycare. Millie, when Millie dropped him off the other day, he was reasonably okay. He's been really a big fan of Dad lately, so when we dropped him off, he was not too stoked. To be honest, he was a bit sad. So I had to sort of leave. Millie had to stay, and then we had to do like this, bit of transition. Chris, how are you, my friend? Alright, I think there's one of these public event thingies over here that's just shoot up some folk. Oh, dang. I love knifing folks in this game. What's this do? Rally to the flag. Oh, okay, that's for the public event. Well, I'll probably... Let's do this adventure. I do kind of like this sort of, faux open world storytelling that they've got going here.
Helping me spread the word. We're broadcasting a signal from the farm to people who fled the city saying, you'll be safe here.
And we need to make sure everyone, everywhere can hear it.
Place a few signal amplifiers around the area to boost the signal.
Oh,
That
hey.
do the trick.
What about you, Chris? How's your day been so far?
That's one node online.
Looks like the signal's already amped. That was fast.
Thank you very much.
Spotted quite a few fallen headed your way.
How's that? Is that a bit better? It's probably still set from whatever we were playing the other day. What did we play last time?
Eliminating that captain under the church must have drawn
Last stream was Knack. Okay, yeah, I think Knack was a little bit low.
need to make sure
Which is
that
alright.
signal is strong. You better hurry up and place that second node.
Very chill day, just finished some paperwork and new ep of Rick and Morty, says Chris. I did finally catch up on some Rick and Morty, watch a couple more episodes of the first season. Show's a little bit batshit, but also made me want to go back and watch Community, and I watched about 4 episodes over the weekend of season 1.
You all tried to make it so we never even
Damn,
laid
it's good stuff.
eyes on a dreg. To keep us safe,
The public
right?
event.
There's another word for a place you're not allowed to leave. You know, with walls you can't see over
Nah.
and
Keep
guards
pushing forward.
everywhere.
Soraya, despite your exploits,
Who's the
there,
voice of
I
Devrim?
hardly
He
think
seems
the
really
city was a
familiar.
prison.
I'm just saying, no walls at the farm. Come and go whenever you want. So let's make sure everyone can get there. Eh, Guardian?
Jess has a new American Horror Story to watch. Oh, what the F? Venom?
Look at those folk, acting like they own this place.
Take down that servitor, and they starve.
Well, this kind of big, giant fucking eyeball is really in the way. What the fuck just happened? Gideon Emery. Alright, who the hell is that guy? Now, Max, if you are still watching, you're more than happy to join me, even though you now have 3 level 20 characters. We don't have time for small time folks like myself.
Signal and some kind of strange feedback.
The fallen are nothing if not persistent. I'd
He
wager
was
they have some kind of
Antiloy
jamming
Rent.
devices nearby.
Nope, that wasn't it. That is certainly not it. Oh, as in the TV series. Yeah, that's probably like as in the Netflix one. That could be it. But I'm thinking of more of him as a sort of a voice actor. He's Bruce. Oh, okay. What the fuck is going on with this game? Why do I keep teleporting into really weird places? What the fuck is going on with that? That's super weird. Someone please explain why I'm teleporting all the time. Orca in the Lost Legacy. Okay. So he's got some voice acting chops, is what you're saying. Steve Fox in Tekken yet? Not it. Look, I have no idea why I know the voice, but I'm sure it's something good. He didn't even try to change it. As in his voice or the appearance, that just blatantly made it look like him.
Any ether wasted is good for us.
He's Poseidon. Okay. Limmer. Now, there's some jammy jammers. What should be the topic of conversation? Chris told me everything. It was like he rocks up to casting, and yep, use him for his face. It makes sense, right? Like if you're gonna pay the money for this notable dude, like, you know, take advantage of it. That's twice it's done that to me now. I've had Destiny crash twice on me now. That's awesome. Looks like he's done a lot, which is good. You know what hasn't crashed on me? Everybody's golf. Max. Josh. No idea, Chris. Not quite sure what happened. Did it to me yesterday as well. I was just playing and then the game just kicks me out. It was in oh my god, Passions. I remember that. Was it Timmy, the little boy? And like the old woman. That was a hard crash. That wasn't that wasn't something simple. I'll start that mission all over again. Chris, not just booted to the menu, but nope, fuck you, back to the dash. It's not mad at me, it's just poo. Right now. The game itself is pretty sweet. When it hasn't crashed on me, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. But look, the load times here are fantastic compared to what they were. And it does look stunning on the PS4 Pro as well. Oh, look at that, we're in. I don't think there's a patch. There may be a patch. Fuck if I know. I believe there was a patch recently, so it's likely. Oh, well, let's do this thing instead of the adventure, just in case. Ooh, 30 plus. What is my light level. Yeah, I got this. 28. Apparently there should be an enemy directly on me. There he is. Oh. Boing. Alright, let's follow the Watson Who's It and rendezvous with Hawthorne. One of those Brother Riot looking guys.
Hey Dev, still sitting up here above the mines with his busted comm relay. Where's that signal booster?
Our new Guardian friend is en route. I'm getting too old to clean up after you, Soraya.
Finally, he admits he's old. Bail me out on one assault charge and you never let me live it down.
Ah, don't you mean one a week? You're the reason my hair is gray.
Yeah, keep talking, old man.
Honest, what I'm really good at is not doing what I'm supposed to. So I'm gonna do some adventurizing. Maybe find myself a little loot chest or anything. Now I don't know whether though, like, sort of loot chests just, you know, randomly allocated around the world, whether that's still a thing. No, it was in Destiny 1. I found a couple, but they seem to be in the same location. So I know with Destiny 1 is depending on, they just randomly spawn. You can get some things from them. Hey, hey, yeah, you're dead. Thanks to the ammo. Hey, you're dead. So, Jess, looks like Lee has been sort of enjoying his Destiny. And also you didn't come and get the shit for Axe. So when Lee was here, I had the Nintendo Switch hat and the lanyard for your boy. However, he forgot because it was like almost midnight when he left after building my sweet PC. But yeah, point still stands. You said about 2 o'clock. He's like, yeah, I'll come see you around 2 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Where was he? Now your boy is without a hat. Is there a trophy for knifing like X amount of people in a row? 'Cause I want it.
That elevator should take us to the top of the mines.
Yeah, it was going to be around around another 45 minutes to get to you. We were in Teesdale and didn't get out till 4. Yeah, no, fuck that. 45 minutes for a hat. Nah, it's totally not worth it. I'm sure we can get it to you another way.
We'll have to
I can
find
pop by
another way
once
up to
Axe is back at school, maybe Wednesday. Yeah, that works. Either myself or the wife will be home.
Careful. The Fallen are scavengers of the highest order. They're going to put up a fight for whatever they can get their grubby claws on.
Damn grubby claws. It looks like, you know, in a ninja movie where they all just sort of like ninja hop their way to you. I don't believe ninja hop is the correct term, but I think you may know what I mean. That went well. Alright, let's keep moving forward. By going in the wrong direction. Good start, Ryan. Oh god. Nailed it. Nothing over here. What are you? Investigate that thing.
All the controls are broken. Someone must have gotten mad that it wasn't working fast enough. Reminds me of Cade.
Ooh. Ah, poo. Should we dick around with the sniper rifle they gave us? I think we shall. I have 3 bullets. Not a good way to dick around something like that. Sorry for the not much talking. It's yeah, first-person shooters take a little bit of processing. Come on, that was pretty badass. That was pretty sweet. Right, collect old ammunitions. Let's go down. What class am I playing? I believe I am playing a hunter. Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not. So what's Titan, Warlock, and Hunter? Yeah. Now, previously in Destiny 1, I played a Titan. Now, I knew Josh was playing a Titan, so I was like, I'm going to try the Warlock. Sorry, the Hunter, sorry. The Warlock doesn't really intrigue me, because it's kind of, you know, like equivalent of a healer, I guess, in an MMO. And that role doesn't really interest me. So, DPS and tanking is what sort of interests me the most. And the Titan being obviously the big tank, that's where my, you know, heart normally lies when I play sort of online MMO-y thingies. But Warlock sort of, sorry, the Hunter is sort of somewhere in the middle. It's like a bit of a best of both worlds. And I get that cool, like, little staff thing, which I like as a super move. It's a squishy class from what I hear. Not sure on that terminology, Jess. Alright, let's see what 38. What do we got? 38, 30, 30, 10. Well, we can dismantle you. 30, 30, 52. No, we can't wear you yet. They are the same, so we'll piss that one off. 38, get rid of that 10. 22, 21, get rid of 21. Excuse me while I dick around with my clothes. Alright, so we got an auto rifle. Damage, so we'll piss that off. Rock Mummy, from like WoW where some classes would wear leather / cloth instead of plate, whatever the other one was. You're way over my head there, my friend. I don't like pulse rifles, but it's more powerful. 30, 30, no, okay, we're good there. Oh, no, I like you.
You'll be pleased to know that I can see the fallen.
Rock Mummy says leather / cloth squishy. They were generally the healing classes. Yeah. Fuck. A little too close in that one. Josh Anderson, how are you, my friend? Now, Josh Anderson, do we have an update about your code situation for this game? For those that may not know, Josh got properly dicked over by some wank on the internet. We then called that person a bunch of horrible names. Which in hindsight, probably should feel bad about. I do a little bit. Especially seeing as I sent that stream to PlayStation this morning. Hey. New objective. Rendezvous. Now I feel that I'm about to get Josh, I'm currently sick as fuck, by the way. Dang.
You're good. Almost as good.
My wife's in the same boat. She's got herself a bit of the sickness. She is down with the sickness, you might say. No update on Destiny 2 code, seems to be long gone.
Elevator's not working. Power must be out.
That's right. At least we got to abuse someone on the internet, and that was fun.
And we've upset the fallen.
Ah, that's why I hate pulse rifles. Check out, follow Serenity's Destiny 2 live stream. Don't know who that is, and I probably will. Because I guarantee you it's probably better than mine. Yeah, James has got himself a little bit of a cough as well. We didn't tell daycare because, you know, we wanted to still go. But on a good note though, Josh, are you so sick that you can't play games? Is that the problem? You know, or the good note, you just get that you can just sort of hang out and play games. Whoop, dang. Oh, hey, what's up? I don't know, is my objective just kill a bunch of dudes? Because I don't know whether I'm going in the right direction, or if I'm doing the same thing. Trying to keep killing dudes until I... If not, it's a good, you know, sort of XP grind, which is fun. I like how almost none of those shots hit anything. Dang. Ah, it's restricted respawns. I should be... Oh, dang. No, it isn't. Oh, dang. Bummed about that. Oh, that's poo.
We found an elevator.
You're good. Almost as good as Lewis.
Elevator's not working. Power must be out. And we've upset the fallen.
Josh Anderson says, not feeling so good, so I'm going to get some rest. Have fun. I'll be sure to jump on the next one. That is a little silly of you, Gemma. Spring cleaning and being incredibly sick at the same time. on. Who the fuck's the yellow guy? And why is he being such a dick? Sorry for the lack of talking. I just don't want to, you know, die and have to do this again, because that's not fun. Gemma says, I spent today helping my boyfriend clean his old apartment after a move out, and I'm on a roll. I feel I'm distracting myself from being a sookie sick kid. Dude, one of the best things you can do is being a sookie sick kid. See, like, me personally, I'm really bad at being sick. Like, I'm miserable, I'm whingy, I'm complainy, I'm literally like all the things that are horrible in someone that's sick.
That did it. Killing the servitor brought the power back on.
Good job. Maybe I'll finally get my booster one of these days.
Come on, come on, come on, boom. Go collect some ammunition. Our house is really due for a little spring clean, but probably ain't gonna do it. Because, you know, baby reasons. Not much time. I say that, I'm sitting here playing games like a fool. See you later. That's called man flu. Dude, I am great at the man flu. I am exceptional at the man flu. Yeah, I just hate being sick. I just can't stand it. And as a result, it normally makes me like this big sort of whiny person. As in, like, I'm someone that takes so little sick leave, I actually have about 150 hours worth of sick leave at my job that I'll never be able to take because I don't call in sick. I never get paid out that sick leave. I just have to use it, I guess.
Hawthorne, we're out of the mine and heading your way.
Then hurry up with that booster. Let's finish hooking up the comm network. And,
Rock Mommy, it's like 2
for the
weeks off school holidays and I'm going to
bad.
crash and burn
For
then.
a fancy
Always
pants
sick
guardian.
on school holidays. Because the
Now that's
kids,
the
man.
nicest thing I've
Kids
ever
just
heard
carry
someone say.
shit. They're just little
You're in
disease carriers.
rarefied air, my friend.
I say that knowing like I full well have a kid that'll probably get incredibly sick in the near future. You know, once you get in daycare, exposing to all those like gross kids, yeah, that's when the sickness happens. I hate it too. Same with winter. I just pretend it's not there. What's up, chick? I don't remember your name. But at the same time, I also like getting sick because I don't have to go to work. Big fan of that. So I have this weird sort of like paranoia.
You made it.
that kicks in when I like, you know when you get like a really snotty nose and you're trying to lie in bed and you can't breathe.
All right. Let's see if this works. Now, if I read the
Chris says,
manual
working in the Melbourne Convention Centre for 3 weeks, I have a bad case. I breathing recycled air. Dude, convention sickness. Convention sickness is a genuine real thing. I guarantee you I'll be getting sick at EB Expo. I guarantee you I'll be getting sick at PAX.
Zavala's alive. If we leave now,
You are not going to Titan. We've got refugees coming in. The Red Legion on one side, the Fallen on the other.
Yeah, I guarantee I'll get sick. But Chris, how was what's it called? VidCon. How's VidCon Australia?
Hawthorne, we will be back, and we won't be alone.
You'll know where to find me.
I like my dude, he's stylish. I'll see you there. I'm working the next EB Games Expo. No way. Where you working at? You can come party in our hotel / resort. Pardon me.
It would save us both a lot of time if you would just kill me.
For one who calls himself Speaker, you have remarkably little to say.
He's a computer man, I believe, yes? I believe Chris Conway is a computer man.
Has reconnected to the light. You say you have no power over the Traveler, yet this. Help me understand, Speaker.
The light lives in all places, in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find its way. And the Traveler will protect itself.
This guy kind of looks like
For years I have
White Darth Vader mixed with like a Space Marine, mixed with a big jetpack. I hope they're wings, and at some point he busts out some sick wings.
We are not so different, your Traveler and I.
You are nothing like the Traveler. Nothing. You think you have power, control.
Chris, I work for Trevement Solutions in the IT. I'm the IT tech. Then I also do registration and check-ins. So what are you doing at EB Expo though?
If the Traveler truly has chosen humanity of its own free will, then there is no.
So we'll make sure to come harass you.
Inside, tear at the light for myself.
Met Funhouse. Oh, did Funhouse come out? No way. That's great. It's pretty interesting, seeing as though, well, they'll be back here in like, I guess 5-6 months for RTX.
Yes. This I know. This is why I have claimed your planet, and why you still live. The Traveler will choose me, Speaker. And you are going to tell me how.
Nah, I ain't telling you shit. I want to get a new ship. I wonder what point I can get a new ship. So that was part of the biggest fun of the other one, number one. Chris Conway, I'll be at the front door from time to time, making sure people have tickets and helping people with booths that have everything they need. Cool! Then we are certainly going to bump into you, I think. Boom, boing. Boom, boing.
What can I do for you?
sell me things. All your things be poop. I'm gonna go hang. Let's go visit the farm. Titan. So he's helping people with booths. Is that being an IT guy, or you're just, they're like, hey, we need X of something, and you're like, okay, I can get you X of something. Oh. Oh, I can't boost jump in here.
Clan is just a family. So you Guardians are all about symbols, right? Warlocks, Titans, Dead Orbit, Iron Banner. I don't know how you keep track of it all. Point is, you understand that people need symbols to inspire them. You're in a clan. You know what I'm talking about.
Let's have a look.
See you soon.
Can I wear that thing now? Cool, I can.
Crucible gets harsher every day. It has to. I make sure.
Let's look at our clan. The PopC, 2 members. 2 members? Should we have way more than 2 members?
Devram, keep your head down. No, I don't think the Fallen are interested in debating you.
Now more than ever.
Say what you want to say.
Let me see. Unless Josh and Max have both bailed on the PopC clan, which is likely. Dick move on their part, but it's likely.
Did you have some clan stuff to talk about?
Talk to this chick. What do you got for me?
The dreams have changed, and now I know why.
Yep, you suck for not telling me things.
The truth awaits.
She said she wanted to express herself, so
What can you do?
What? You thought a bit of apocalypse would shut down Eververse? Not
Meh.
like. Thanks for shopping Eververse, Guardian. Fenchurch is already looking for new inventory. Val can't stop stuff.
There was talk about it, but I think said he added like 10 people. But why am I only seeing 2 people in the clan then? It's, it sounds quite suspicious, if I do say so myself.
What do you need? Couldn't have picked better myself.
Claudia Black again. She's everywhere.
Are you still with us?
Alrighty. No, I don't want to go to Earth because I can't be bothered doing those things. So let's go to Titan. Tess Everest. It's another name that doesn't ring a bell.
Hawthorne already believes Zavala abandoned her and the survivors. Now that we're leaving, if we stayed, yes, we could help them survive, but if Zavala really is building a counteroffensive on Titan, we can save them all and take back the city.
She was that vendor you spoke to whose voice... Oh, okay.
Vanguard Fleet, Guardian Ship
That was dope.
723 is on approach. We received your beacon and we're ready to join the fight.
Guardian Ship, this is Zavala. It's too late.
Damn.
The Hive have overrun Titan.
Bedson's here, bitches.
I was wrong to bring us here.
Alright, where am I going? Gotta get to there somehow.
Commander, we're here to help.
No! We've already lost too many lightless guardians to the Hive. We can't secure this move.
We have our light back.
What?
Chris, okay, so what it says on my payslip, I'm an e-terminal operator, making people have tickets, passes, and they are right. And IT tech, but I do more than just that. Oh, nice.
We need to get this station up and running. There's a fleet to prep.
Don't worry, we'll have our tickets. We'll behave. Unless you want to, you know, sort of abuse your power and you know, just let us in and shit.
If the light
Be pretty cool.
is with you, send the Hive back to hell.
And Guardian, please, be careful.
Oh damn, just check my Plex system. No AHS till Wednesday. Plex, that was something that your husband was talking to me about while he was here. Because I was talking about how I, you know, sort of want to use my PS4 kind of like I did as like some media server like I did on my PS3. Apparently that can sort of be done. Then he mentioned some garbage about a Plex thing. I don't know what a Plex thing was.
What was this place?
The Golden Age cities of Titan were once the pride of humanity. We thought they were abandoned, but I was a fool to think the Hive would not spread this far.
Oh, good, smooth recovery. Are you guys coming to RTX Sydney? It depends. Last year, like, for us, there wasn't a lot to cover, really. We went, like, when we found out the Kind of Funny guys were going to be there, that's when we reached out for media passes. But unless they get confirmed again, and even if they do, it's unlikely.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Compared to, say, EB Expo, which is, you know, bang for our buck. Like in terms of what benefits us as, you know, as a little media outlet, EB Expo is by far the better use of our time and money. The benefit of PAX is PAX being in Melbourne. There's the limited expense, you know, getting there, doing whatever we need. But yeah, you know, with EB Expo as an example, it's going to be costing us like $1,500 for the three of us. Which I'm you know, happy to spend the money because for us it's getting our hands on good stuff. Well, because other than those, Chris, like, you know, Rooster Teeth aren't really my thing. You know, and even then, like them, they're barely part of the Let's Play team. Barely. That was kind of nuts. Well, seeing as the Rooster Teeth guys are based in Texas, and kind of funny based in San Fran, it's kind of not super possible. Each time they are with YouTube and Honey, it's just gold. They are good dudes. They make quality entertainment, unless Jess, who does not fuck, who disagrees.
Okay, Sloan. We can see the control center.
Copy that. Keep pushing forward. Commander, at this rate, we can start planning our counteroffensive. We'll be outside the city gates in no time.
If it were only that simple.
Rock Mommy says, I just don't get it. PopC is just better. I appreciate that, but I also think you are biased. Nick Scarpino is bae. Him and them and his ice cream scoops. Then we may have just shown you the I don't know what content you checked out, Jess. You may have just happened to have picked the wrong one. It's interesting if you don't like, you know, their PS I Love You, because that's, you know, what For the Players is inherently based on. Man, I guarantee that, like, this game doesn't seem like super fun to watch as a stream, but thanks for the three of you for hanging out anyway. Chris, the main reason I'm going to Arctic is to prove to my wife that I'm taller than Jeremy Dooley. That is a very, very expensive trip to prove a point. But I've spent probably the equivalent on dumb shit. Like right now, I get to prove a point to Josh, which I'm looking forward to. Because they're like, what, you know, and Max, they're like, why don't you stream Destiny? I'm like, well, every man and his dog streaming Destiny. I bet you'll get shit all views from it. And I, you know, as much as I love you guys for, you know, coming and watching, I'm going to get to prove my point really easily. So at this point, Knack is like our most successful stream in a very long time. If I can make it work, I will find a way to get the PC, the new PC up and streaming, or I might get some PUBG going. I guarantee that probably won't get a ton of views either, but it'll be fun.
We should talk to Ikora. She knows all there is to know about hive magic.
No one has seen Ikora or Cade since this.
Rockmummy says, I would have thought Ark would have got you up there. Yeah, I think if I remember, I believe Ark did okay. Is it pulling bigger numbers in the AFL stream? No. Actually, our biggest stream to date is Tekken 7. Yeah, Tekken 7 is our biggest one to date.
There's the control center.
Clear the area so we can move in.
Yeah, balls. Yeah, we did. We actually had that. Yeah, a good couple of days before, and we were given permission by Bandai to stream at nights and early, which was pretty cool. A lot earlier than what we thought, which was nice. That's exactly the reason it did so well, Chris. Like literally exactly. There's no other reason why it would have done so well. You know, like we do get a lot of code, like not all the codes, but we do get a lot of codes early. So, you know, we try stream before release when we can, but sadly, you know, with life and us not doing this full time, it sort of makes it a little bit difficult for us to stream everything nice and early. It's a bit annoying, but you know, what can you do? Like even tonight, as an example, in order for this stream to go ahead, I had to have a lot of different things, all these things, particular things line up. I had to make sure James was fed, had to make sure James was asleep, had to make sure Millie was okay, and you know. And even then, granted, I kind of skipped some of the line a little bit to do this, but you know, it's one of those things. Will the stream pay off as well? That's the other thing you've got to take into account. You know, like to be honest, right now, I'm thinking, do I play this until 10, or do I just call it quits now? You know, as much as I love the three of you guys, you know, joining me, I should say. I don't think we're gonna get, you know, any like more views in the next, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. Enough to make this sort of like worthwhile to have it sort of send it through to, Activision or, whatever. It is fun to sit with you guys though, but I don't know. It's a tough balancing act, especially when we have to try to approach it like a business in terms of what we do and how we balance everything. And that's one of the reasons we stream Knack, because we had to we had to check some boxes.
Recon the perimeter.
Although it seemed
before you
silly
move
at
on
the
control
time, that's
center.
why we did it. We had to meet a couple of things to keep doing what we do. So do you send every stream to the publishers? Every one that they provide a code for. It's normally done, as I said, to check a box, because they provide the code. They expect some sort of content to come from it. So I send it to them to say, hey, thank you very much for the code. Here is the work that we've done, for it. Because they won't give you everything for free. It technically is for free, but rather than paying for it with money, you pay for it with time. And I have to show them that I put the time in. Like an example is with Ark. Luckily, the PR person that we deal with who provided us Ark, absolutely lovely person. When I was done, I sent the stream through to her. I sent through the podcast this week. It certainly comes with expectations. Conditions, no. Expectations, yes. So there has been times where publishers will come not come after us. They'll be like, hey, we gave you this code, waiting for your content. An example is, as much as Nintendo are lovely and Nintendo are fantastic to us, with Splatoon 2, they were like, hey, we gave you Splatoon 2 code. We haven't seen anything yet. Where is it? What are you gonna do with it? So with that was a very particular reason. I couldn't seem to get the internet to work on the Switch back here, so that had its own sort of issues that were delaying that content. But once I spoke to the PR consultant, the PR person, and I explained the details, they're like, "Yep, no worries, that's fine. Just get it to us, when you can."
We cleared the nest. Heading to the control center now.
Well done. Sweep
Now,
the perimeter and we'll
do
move
I
in on your
believe the
signal.
PR people watch what we send them? No, not a chance. I think it's very unlikely that they will actually sit down and watch what we do. I assume for most of them it's just ticking the box, saying, "Yep, we sent it to X person. They gave it. They did this with it." Now there have been times where where the PR person has nicely surprised me with some very specific information from the video, which you could only gather if you watch something right in the smack middle of it. The Splatoon stream was great. I had a lot more fun with the Splatoon stream than I thought we would. Now, don't get me wrong. It totally sounds like I'm bitching and whinging right now. It's just interesting to Now, don't get me wrong. When I say it comes with expectations, the expectation is that there is no expectation that we have to say good things. At no point have we ever been told that we will only be receiving X code if we say good things about the game. And that can happen. There has been reports of that happening. Luckily, not with us. It happens majority of the time with, I believe, indie games. Sort of the examples that I've heard it. Is that indie games need that press. We're a lot of big PR company, a lot of big games are sort of handled by, external PR teams. So for them, it's just doing their job. But yes, in no way am I complaining though. I fucking love what we do, and I'm very grateful that we get to do this. Very grateful. Now, in what you would hope in time, that we don't have to send our stuff to people they just know we'll do it, and that'll be great. But, you know, we're not quite there yet. Still got a little bit of room to move. An example, like, kind of funny, Rooster Teeth. They would get sent their codes, and, you know, whether they touch it or not. I would love to make PopC a full-time gig, but mortgages, babies, it makes it very difficult. Chris, so did you end up making a PC build video? We did. I have to edit it. It's going to take a little bit of time. We just filmed the whole thing. We did just film the whole thing, and I'm just going to cut it down to probably the shortest video that I can. See, like with the PC as an example, that was somewhat of a business decision. I'm like, okay, well, we don't want the streams to lag like they have been. We have NBN here, so the internet is not the bottleneck here. The bottleneck is the PC we're using for streaming. Don't get me wrong, the PC that was given to us is fucking fantastic for what we have. Like, not having a PC before, now having one, incredibly grateful. But we needed one that could be a little more consistent, and we needed one that could just work better when it comes to content creation. So the old PC, it would take about 4 hours minimum to export an episode of For the Players. But, so with this week's episode of For the Players, editing on the new PC, it took 20 minutes to export. Now, then with my internet being as great as it is, it takes 15 minutes to upload, and then we're done. Which allows me to then work on other things or focus some of my time elsewhere, like back on my family. But to answer your question, Jess, if I could, I would. Sadly, it is not good at this point. That's true. So Jess says the new PC will streamline. It certainly will. It will make a lot of what we do easier. And the fact that my old PC was kind of trash. So, this will be our PC for the next 7 years. As a household computer, that's what it is as well, which is cool. Go do that from the top. Stoked about that. Chris says, good to see how much the PopC has grown over the past year and how, with some luck, things can only get better. I know I'm sticking around. Dude, Chris, like, see, the support of you and, you know, of you and Jess is just phenomenal. You know, it's really good to have that. You know, because we're having like a, you know, a real chat about, you know, the PopC and what we do, and you know, there are times like there's grand like fucking daily on a daily basis, I guess every like couple of days I'm thinking like, why the fuck are we doing this? What are we doing? You know, it's just sort of like, you know, why are we doing this? Who the fuck are we? Why does anyone care what we do? It's something that, you know, I assume every content creator has. It's one of those things of like, why do people care what we have to say? Because, you know, like that's the thing. What we're doing, realistically, isn't all that different from what some other channels, other bigger and smaller channels are doing. So it's like, well, what is it that we're doing different? You know, like people can get literally the same content from about 4 other places. So it's sort of that, you know, why bother? But then we get to do cool shit, and you know, the little community that we built. I never thought we would get the cool little community that we had. That's certainly for sure.
Sloan, Commander, it's done.
Copy that. Zavala and I are inbound.
But as far as I know of anyway, there are very few people doing what you do in Australia, let alone Melbourne. There are quite a number, actually. Not big, like... The problem is, and this is the problem that any YouTuber, especially one that's out of Australia, or any, you know, sort of outlet trying to come out in Australia, there is incredible competition from overseas. You know, it's very tough. Like, there are lots of, you know, streamers and influencers out of Melbourne I'm aware of. Funny enough, Chris, a lot of those names that you sort of see at RTX on their panels, you know, going up against Funhouse and stuff, playing games. Same as PAX. You know, all the people that get the panels, that sort of stuff. They're probably the most prominent people in Australia. To name a few that I always see at every convention.
We're approaching the landing platform. Get up here and take a bow.
Jess says, exactly my point. It's good to see gaming news catered to Australians. But that's the thing, like, we don't really target Australia. You know, we don't put an Aussie twang on anything except for maybe the name of, like, this stream and the Knack stream, because I thought it was funny. You know, like, there are, like, I'm trying to think of some other names that are in... so when you go to, like, PAX, there are a lot of names you see. There's a lot of, like, Twitch. There's surprisingly a lot of Twitch streamers that are out of Australia. Names off my head, there's like James Turner does a lot. Critic Zeus is one. Deligracy, the three of them, they do a lot of work together. There's a Twitch streamer out of Geelong called Stabbies or something like that. Apparently he does a lot of shit. They're just drowned out.
I didn't dare believe. If the light can find its way back to you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. Without the light, are we even guardians anymore?
Commander.
We won't last long with dead generators. Wave energy converters power this station, but thanks to the Hive,
They're in need of attention.
We can take care of it.
Yes, I believe you can.
Go us.
All right, we're not out of this yet. Now that we've reached the control center, we still need to power up the place before we can take care of our fleet. Commander Zavala tells me you volunteered. I'll run tactical. Shipwright Holiday here will provide tech support. It's a straightforward op. Get in, flip a switch, get out. Slava's
I
got a
doubt
way
it'll be
of
that
making
simple,
things
though,
sound
of course.
easy, doesn't she?
But I imagine what's been sort of interesting for you guys as well is sort of seeing at how our content has changed as well over the last year at least. I do worry about where our content is heading. As much as I love doing for the players will never change. Yeah, but 2 of our 3 shows are hour-and-a-half long videos. You know, people don't watch long videos. With our schedules, longer videos just seem to work. But you know,
Did we lead the Fallen here?
No. Those vultures have been following us since we evacuated Earth.
you know, sort of the same thing. It's, you know, with the longer videos, obviously they get less views, they get less retention time, therefore they don't get viewed as often or shared as often. You know, even something as simple as when we started for the players, you know, we were getting, you know, a good handful of questions on every show. Now we're, you know, not even 20 episodes in, and those questions have pretty much dried up. You know, we have to pull questions out now. It's like pulling teeth. I know you tried, Jess. That's look. Don't get me wrong. It sounds like I'm having a big fucking whinge, but you know, we do what we can. You know, having you just running our social, that's probably one of the smartest decisions we made. Because you know, we're not really good at marketing ourselves, so having someone that can help us do that is fantastic. Do 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 do. Headstrong would take on anyone.
Sloan, Amanda, the Hive have infected everything.
The Hive. Well, that's
Holiday,
fucking
we
gnarly
gotta get
looking.
you back in the air. We'll need ongoing aerial threat assessments to
Ooh,
keep
they all
our
move,
perimeter
that's gross.
secure.
Oh, yeah. You know my ship took a beating during the evacuation.
I'll bump you to the front of the line for repairs once the lights are back on.
Great. Great.
On me.
We can see the wave energy converters from here.
Sweet. Now just flip the switch and turn them on.
Jess asks, are you going to be checking out the new Dishonored, NBA 2K18, or Metroid at the end of this week? Metroid's a no. NBA is also a no. 2K did ask what, you know, they sort of put a blast email out about a month ago asking for people's interests. You know, whether it be 2K, NBA, or WWE. I asked WWE. I think that'd be more fun, seeing as, you know, I don't give two shits about NBA. Dishonored, I don't know. We do have contact with
Something went wrong.
Bethesda. However,
Sorry, pal.
I didn't really rate the Dishonored 2, so I'm in no rush to actually play that one, to be honest. But if it happens to come our way, then yeah, I'll probably check it out. But I don't know whether I can say this or not, but next week... Joel, how are you doing? So I'm not sure I can say this, but next week we're off to the Nintendo head office here in Melbourne to spend some time there, play some games. Now it happens to fall on a Monday, which is my daddy day. So I mentioned to the head of PR for Nintendo. I was like, hey, book is in for the Monday. I should be able to arrange someone to look after my son. Haha, I know which one Joel's playing. So I'm taking James with me. I got permission, so while I'm sitting there playing said game, James will also be there. So I'm sure the people at Nintendo will be swooning.
Looks like the Fallen tried to chain
and fawning over him.
A for effort, guys, but I'm not sure this is how we're going to beat the Hive.
It was great, Fuzz. If only I was smart. Oh, it's something exciting. It's, you know, if the second I say what game it is, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Same goes for Joel, I guess. Yeah. So I did have a look around today. I mean, so I could maybe get him a little Mario costume, but I couldn't find one, or even a little Nintendo shirt. Like, I couldn't find any child-sized Nintendo branded attire. Joel asked, how are you liking Destiny, man? Yeah, Destiny is fine. The game's fine. I think it would certainly benefit from playing with more people, but, you know, everyone's steamrolling the game. I had business, you know, I had to do some businessy things for this. You know, like emailing folk, you know, looking after my kid. So I didn't get to, I'm not really in the same place as everybody else. I need to look online for that stuff, dude. I did. There was some stuff overseas, but seeing as the appointment's next Monday, it's unlikely I will get whatever. If I buy something online, it's unlikely that it'll get here in time. We went to Target and stuff. We found like Pokemon shirts and stuff, but they are for like children in terms of like sizes 3 and up. I did have a photo with James in a Mario hat from the stream, the one that John Bon Jovi was wearing. No, James in his little head, no, wouldn't have fit. See, Jess, the other thing we sort of have to do as well is we have to consider, you know when you've asked about like Metroid as an example, 3DS game. For us, we have to think of the logistics and on how do we cover that game. Like, so we don't do reviews in the conventional sense anymore. You know, as in we don't, you know, do video reviews. Well, we do when we need to, but you know, most things tend to get covered either in a live stream or on For the Players as an example. The problem with For the Players being an entirely PlayStation focused show is that, you know, where do we sit that stuff? Yeah, and like with, you know, a 3DS game, right? How do we stream a 3DS game without buying one of those 3DSs that are like straight up, you know, designed for that? They're like $500. And I don't want to invest any more money in the 3DS. I invest in the Switch. The Switch is the future. See, it's all, so there's the businessy things, Jess. Joel, yeah, you don't want to start up another podcast and recording all day just to cover a Nintendo title.
Did you hear that?
You know, like what would be lovely if we could have like a gaming show, and you know, and For the Players, but you know, even then, because most things come to the PlayStation, and you know, we just sort of lump it all together. And you know, an example, like I played Ark on the Xbox, talked about it on the PlayStation show because you know it's out on PlayStation. It's all about finding ways to balance out that content. The Switch is about 4 more good games away from me buying one. Well, I hope one of those good games is Farming Simulator 17, which I probably could reach out to 5-star and get. Realistically, you guys are a PlayStation channel. That is true. That's probably without a doubt. That's certainly true. You know, which granted we have no problem with. You know, that's what we are. That's what we do. what we game on. You know, which is why for us, sort of making sure that we maintain a strong relationship with PlayStation Australia and their PR team is, you know, very important for us. Hence why, you know, even though Knack wasn't the greatest game, you know, I wanted to make sure we did that to keep that relationship tight.
We made it to the converter platforms.
Joel, I'm sure there wouldn't be any issues getting a farming sim code. No, of course not. I remember I got one for the PS4 like way back. So we're at EB Expo, funny enough, and I saw the booth and I'm like, huh, farming simulator. This sim's up my alley. Totally was. And I think it was my surprise of show actually, because I was like, I wonder what this is like, you know. Because I've sort of embraced my weird love for farming sims or farming games. It's fun to have your niche. Like Josh's niche is, you know, Gwent.
Oh yeah, found the problem. The hive had gunked up the pistons.
Then let's find a fix.
First piston's good to go. We gave it a power scrubbing.
That's great and all, but, it's still pretty dark on this end. Sounds like you got more scrubbing to do, Guardian.
Niche title to start with, and even niche on the Switch. Yeah, man, that's super niche on the Switch. But like, it'll tide me over until, you know, the new Harvest Moon game comes out, which is what, due early next year. It's called Harvest Moon: A Light of Hope, if you're interested. And of course Stardew Valley as well, coming out eventually. See, Joel, so you're sort of, you're not in a similar boat. So in terms of anime, right? So you have the advantage of anime and games. You can be as broad as you want when it comes to games. Which Academy game has me? Joel says the Stardew Valley which Academy game has me intrigued. Fuck yeah, it does. It's you know, it's Stardew Valley meets Harry Potter. Yeah. And Chris adds, I'm about 60 hours in Euro Truck Simulator. Man, people like weird shit. Joel, correct, which is why I can cover just about anything and cover reviews in a conventional written sense. Yes, see, we also made that decision to not have written, because as far as we were concerned, the written review is somewhat dead.
Final piston is clear.
Control center's
Like,
still dark,
really?
so it's gotta be more than a piston problem. I have to get in,
you know,
with
but
the circuit breakers.
Joel wants to sort of
Try
break
the
out
central
into the
platform.
industry,
Everything routes
and
through there.
he can't, you know, written is his skill set. Take advantage of it, man. Well, I have more fun making videos than I ever did writing anything. Yes, they take more time, and these are different skill set, but I love them. it's one of those things. You know, you sort of start out where you can. Like, technically, we started as radio. Then we went to when we joined forces with another, with NovaStream. They had us. You know, we wrote some things and.
Circuit breaker's going to be around there somewhere. Find it and flip the switch, just like I said.
You know, I've done my fair share of written reviews as well, and.
Yeah, power's back. Exemplary work, everyone.
Hell,
But
says Joel. A lot of times
deal with these
these days
intercepted
people will
enemy
buy or not buy something based on a 140 character tweet from someone they trust. And that's the key word there, man. Like, that's someone they trust. That's the influencer right now. The influencer is incredibly powerful in today's day and age. You know, that's where people like Kind of Funny. You know, that's what they do. They're influencers.
Priorities are power systems like... It's a hell of a view, isn't it? We're up and running thanks to you. There's plenty more to do around here, though. Chief among them, finally breaking ground on a counter-offensive against the Red Legion. I have a plan, but it won't work without you. We intercepted a Priority 1 Red Legion signal during the city evacuation, but we can't crack the encryption. Holiday says there's...
I don't care,
well.
lady. I don't like that one.
Report.
It's like a third jump, eh?
Come on,
I like
Guardian.
that. I'm gonna give me some
Look alive.
triple jump. Yeah, like some triple jump. Seeing as I'm probably gonna fall off this planet a lot.
Did we reinforce Red
Shake
Sector? Yes. Check.
Is there still as much first-person platforming in Destiny 2? I'm finding that the answer
All
is
active
yes.
duty personnel, catch incoming. Heat signals suggest they're offloading ordnance.
Yeah, like there are some moments, where you, like the whole sort of setup to this planet was, was sort of platforming. Joel, have you tried any PvP yet? No, I have not. As I said, I've not actually played a lot of this game, just as I mentioned, due to a lot of other things. Dad life. That's true. Dad life does change everything. So you will. In the best, in the best way, of course. I fucking love my boy. I love him very much. And I have absolutely zero complaints about what, having to change things for him. Oh, fuck you. Not much, Jess. Not much at all.
That's the last scorch cannon. Those raiding parties won't get their claws on these.
Commendations.
Punch the fuck out of that giant thing. Joel, I'll never get to experience mum life, but dad life is just under 6 months away. So Joel, I mentioned to the wife, I'm like, oh yeah, Joel was telling me about this interview thing that him and his wife had to do, and apparently in Victoria they only do that under suspicion. So unless you look like a potential rapist and they thought that you had, that your wife was in danger by knowing you or being near you. Six months till the bub, yes. His little one's a while away. They probably just said that to sort of like, to put you at ease. Like, no, everyone gets the interview. Everyone gets the interview. No, it's fine, it's fine. No one really gets the interview. I'm just scared for your safety, Mrs. Grelton. I understand that you're married, but you look like you've been beaten by John. Wink twice if he has touched you inappropriately. Joel says, I hit her snacks earlier. Learn not to mess with a pregnant wife, especially when she has access to your phone and decided to send a bunch of messages to Josh Saunders. Awesome. How come I didn't get any mean messages? That's why I'm disappointed. That bums me out more than anything. Why does Josh get messages? Yeah, no, that's, you don't fuck with a pregnant woman, and especially in her snacks. Because pregnant women just get hungry just at the drop of a hat, because reasons. Well, I have to pee, which is really convenient because this is just about time to end it up. Jess says, I mean, women in general, Lee gets told off all the time for eating my stuff. Like, get your own. But your husband and wife, you know, what's yours is mine is yours. But anyways, that was Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 4. It's fun, it's more of the same. I didn't expect to have a fantastic time. And I had a good time chatting with you guys as always, of course. On the positive note, I get to show this to Max and Josh and see that although retention time will be incredibly impressive, seeing as all, you know, 4 of you hung around the whole time, it didn't get as many views as Knack. Which means, to be honest, if this video has like 20 views, I'm more likely just going too high to make it unlisted. Good to have up there. Honeycomb Maltesers, I haven't had them, but I kind of need them. Dad life never ends. Son comes out to tell me he farted. Covered in poop. See you guys. Dad life. Bye, Chris. Thanks for coming anyway. Appreciate it. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Oh, where is he? Oh, it's supercharged. I don't know. Yeah. But anyways, I'm Ryan Betson. This is Destiny 2. And, yeah, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.